I don't think I can say it enough at how excited I am that you're back. I don't think I'm sitting here thinking to myself of a message to tell somebody. And I had to pause for a moment because I am excited that you're back. But let me just be honest for a moment. I know that today, like many other days, may not have been your best day. I know that there are days that did not quite go the way that you wanted to go. I know there are moments that you have asked yourself questions that you're afraid of. And there are times when you are so afraid that you don't know what to do or who to talk to. And I can tell you that that level of uncomfortability is not something that you should look at as a bad thing. It's your body's way of telling you, I need help. It's your way of saying, I need help. And sometimes it's simple. It's 3 numbers. It's 988. 988. It doesn't take much. It doesn't require a lot. It requires you to do what your body is telling you to do and get help. I know there's a day that you sit up there and you say to yourself, one more day, one more day. And every time it gets harder and harder. But you are not alone. You are not battling this thing by yourself. You are not doing this all on your own. I'm just asking you to do the one thing you have the power to do, and that is get help. Please reach out and dial 988 and talk to someone. Tell them how you're feeling. Tell them what's going through your mind. You'd be surprised at how much, and I do mean this from the bottom of my heart, you'd be surprised at how much a person can hear your pain, understand it, and say, you know what? I get you. I understand what you're saying to me. So before you make a decision that we have to live with, make one that you can live with and get help. 3 numbers, 988. Now let's talk football.
Welcome to Detroit. Mate, they're going to feel us today. We play our brand of football. Watch those things, man. Fight me.
Pride Nation, we back on another Victory Monday, talking all things Detroit Lions. And it's weird because I know I'm about to say a lot of things that people going to be like, bruh, I can't believe you said that. It's going to be like, bruh, I tried everything last week to get on and give my preview about this game. I had strong feelings about it because if you know me, you know that I'm also a fan of the Buccaneers and the Seahawks as well as the Lions. Yes, I like 3 teams in the NFC. I have explained the story many times, but it gives me a unique perspective to be able to see this game and see it in an objective way. I am going to be breaking down what I saw in the game, what I expected to happen in the game, and how I expected the game to go. I just have to give it to you that way. If you're here with me, welcome. Let's see who got in the building with us. We got the artists, go Lions. We got Black Spirited. It says, should we talk with the Patriots to see if Judon is available? Oh, here we go. All right. We got my man Bandit Sports in the building. We got my man Looney Tune is in the building. Chrome is in the building. We got my man Whiskey Neat in the building. Says, hell yeah, happy Victory Monday. I think the Lions W was the only right pick I had this week. That Pick'em League. Boy, I'm telling you, some of y'all picking with y'all heart, not y'all brains, okay? We got my man Chrome in the building. Giovanni Lyons II is in the building. Mini DC5 is in the building. We got my man Donkey Kong in the building. D from Detroit is in the building. Billy Venables in the building. Mr. Marcus is in the building. Ed W is in the building. Craig Bevins is in the building. We got my man Joe Lewis 313 in the building. We got my man Barbary Lions in the building. Friendly Neighborhood Lions fan in the building. Super Saiyan Lion. Crimson Shadow in the building. We got my man Perry Ball who says, "Hey Luke, hope you are having a great day. The Lions 5-1. Lions fans need to start giving the Sun God his due. He's our MVP when he leads us to the promised land." Yeah, we can talk about a lot of things. We got a lot to cover. We got Detroiter 147 in the building. What up, though? We got my man Dirty Gloves William in the building. 1991 Max Stagg is in the building. We got my man Shays in the building who got on the ski mask out here in these streets. He ain't playing with them. We got One Funky Lion fan in the building. John Jones is in the building. Cinnamon, I'm not Panos. I probably said that all wrong. I'm sorry. What up, though? If anybody know anything about Luke is gonna botch your damn name. I'm sorry. My name got 4 letters. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just suck when it comes to names. We're going to the playoffs. Definitely. Hell to the Kings. Listen. All right. Let me get into it. I got a lot to get into. Also, let me go ahead and put this out here because I'm gonna be letting y'all come in with y'all comments. I'm gonna be minimizing it because I gotta kind of hit on a lot of points and do a lot of things and still get off in time to be, dad and husband. Gotta still do these things, right? People, our Detroit Lions are 5-1. And everything went the exact way I thought it would go. I'm really waiting on somebody who was saying that the Bucs are going to win to show up because they said they was going to be here when this happened, and I'm waiting on them. I hope they show up. I want them to come on and join the show because I need them to talk about it. I need them to truly talk about it. They was talking about it a lot, and I just made it very clear that my assessment was that the Buccaneers just don't have enough offense to compete with the Lions. And for all the things that the Buccaneers did in terms of their defense, when it all came down to it, they couldn't score. They just couldn't. And it's exciting to see. It's so exciting to see because you never really think about it. But there's a lot of people that are real silent. There's a lot of people who are real, what's the word I want to use? They real sliding into the bushes. You know that meme where Homer Simpson is sliding into the bushes, disappearing? It's a lot of those people who did that because they were all screaming fire Aaron Glenn. And I was all like, for what? I'm sitting here saying to myself, there's a lot of missing talent. He's got to get more talent and things that lines up to what he want to do. And then everybody lost their stuff when we lose to the Seattle Seahawks, which, by the way, is the greatest loss of the Detroit Lions history. It's the greatest loss of Detroit Lions history. The loss of 37-31 to the Seattle Seahawks in week 2 of 2023 is the greatest loss in Detroit history. I don't even think that we understand how great that loss was. And I know many of you have caught it and half of you are confused, and it's because you're not picking up the cues of what I'm giving you. The best thing that could have happened to the Lions was lose to the Seattle Seahawks. This was the best thing that could have ever happened. And I truly believe this. And I truly believe that this is the best thing that could have happened because of a number of reasons, but starting off mainly because it was only like week 2. But it put everything in perspective. It gave them a reality check. It got people to understand that this is not the game. This is not the game that you should come in and play. When you got a guy who's trying to change culture that's already been changed and he just want to talk because this is his way of leading, okay, fine. And then you go out and make all the dumb decisions in the game, then get hurt. And the Lions destroy you. It was the best thing that could have happened to them. It re-centered their focus. It got them more on par with doing it. They thought they were going to just show up to Ford Field and beat the Seattle Seahawks. And that loss was so great because what it did is it literally made it to where they understood that you cannot take winning for granted. You cannot take whatever success you had the previous week and apply it to this current week. And when you look at the Lions now, even in the game that I was frustrated with in the first half in terms of play calling on offense and the conservativeness that was coming from the offense. I still saw where they were just trying to put them away and put them away quickly. Now, could they have taken more shots down the field? Sure. Sure they could. Could they have taken some more opportunities to press the issue to get that thing to go back? Absolutely. But the reality is that most of what we are exploring and that we're seeing is that this team has responded to the embarrassment of the Seattle Seahawks. And little did you know, this team who had decided to respond like that are averaging through 6 games 28 points. That's crazy, right? You're averaging 28 points through 6 games. Minus, now listen, keep in mind, people. I said averaging. You just simply take the total points scored and divide it by 6, and you get an average. It's not like rocket science, all right? Average. And they're averaging like 18.83 points on defense. 18.3. That's nuts. You're beating teams by 10, almost by 10 on a regular basis. You held a team to 6 points. It's cool. In any league, I get it. But the Buccaneers didn't have no offense. I'm not finna sit there and sugarcoat that. They didn't have no offense, but yet you did. You did enough to disrupt them. I think the Buccaneers didn't have an offense to put up no 28 points, but they damn sure had an offense that could have put up at least 14. Gave them a good chance of some sorts. You shut that down, and I respect it. I respect what that was, because it wasn't even a matter of saying, oh, let's stop the run. They didn't really try. It was a matter of saying we need to affect the quarterback. And I was excited to see them come out with a sense of urgency to say, you know what? We can't let them get going. We can't let them feel good about this game. They was feeling good going into the halftime with the score being what it was. They were feeling good about it. They really were. They were like, hey, we're still in this thing. That's how they were viewing that game. And the thing about it was, like most fans, and we all were sitting there going, okay, what is that third quarter going to look like? It was still spotty. It had a little success towards the end of it as we went towards the fourth, but it was still what it's always been. Like, okay. I couldn't even do a good, bad, or ugly because I saw a lot of good. The only things that I thought were ugly were the injuries. The injuries added up. They added up. Overall, my viewpoint was that this was a game that I would have gave the Lions a B+ for. Why? Because I thought the play calling was conservative. I thought that we should have easily scored way more points than that. I thought that we should have easily put this game away quickly and sooner. But most people are going to tell you a win is a win. And I'm cool with that. If a win is a win for you, you're all right with the win being the win, it's cool. But the damn injuries is what I thought was the only ugly point of this game. I don't even care that we didn't even know that Aiden Hutchinson was on the team. Every time I've noticed these little patterns. When he go against good tackles, he don't show up. I don't even care about that. You know why? I don't. Because as a whole and collective, the defense performed. They did what needed to be done. And that's all you can ask for. That's all you can ask for. You can ask for them to just come out and get the job done. Nothing else, nothing less, nothing more. Get the job done. And they did. And now they're 5-1. 5-1. Getting ready to go against a team like the Ravens who don't look impressive. There were a lot of little things we can nitpick about. There are a lot of things we can evaluate. But the one thing we got to do first is enjoy the moment. Our Detroit Lions is 5-1. They're tied with the Eagles. They're tied with the 49ers. They're tied with those teams. And the best part about it is those are the little things that you can take for granted. Those little things you can take for granted is the fact that, yeah, we're tied right now. But look at our schedule. And I'm not making it up. I see you back there, brother. I'm not making it up. Look at our schedule. We have opportunity to do something so special this season that we should not even waver on trying to achieve it. Not only can we win the division, but we got a chance to win the division. We got a chance to potentially get a first round bye. We got a chance to get a home field game after a first round bye. And then on top of that, we got the opportunity to actually add some things to this team coming up real soon that can really take us over the top. It's what you want to see from a game of this magnitude. It's what you are expecting to see from a game of this magnitude. And I'm the one thing I will tell you about the Buccaneers is their defense is legit. But that defense couldn't stay strong as it could for as long as it could. And we're going to explore some of those reasons why. Let me bring in Don 19 so he can talk about it. Don, what up, though? It's a Victory Monday. What you got for the show?
Man, Victory Monday, man. What's going on, Luke? What's up, chat?
Man, listen. I was so excited. It's funny because the play of the game that everybody's talking about wasn't even my play of the game.
Oh, you talking about the Craig Reynolds block?
Yeah, it wasn't even my play of the game. I put it out there for the people though, because I know that they wanted that, but that wasn't my play of the game. My play of the game was third. I want to say it was like 3rd and 4, and they called like a screen to Craig Reynolds, who broke that boy off. Like,
oh yeah, I remember.
That was it. Because if they get that stop, I think they was feeling good enough to score and try to get something going. That was a huge pickup. Huge.
And that was the same screen for David Montgomery, which he got hurt on. They like that screen play, but yeah, that was a nice play, though.
Yeah, I mean, so give me your thoughts on it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know, what did you see in the game? What you like, what you didn't like? Give me your thoughts on it.
All right. One thing I like, obviously, our defense. Alex Anzalone, that might have been his best game as a Detroit Lion. That might have been.
That man, I'm gonna tell you, that man looked like a man on a mission. I mean, good grief.
And remember, his family was dealing with something. I forgot what's the issue.
They were stuck in Israel while all the war and stuff was breaking out.
And they was in the crowd, so he was gonna go crazy. I thought our secondary did okay. There was one play where Mike Evans, the tip ball for the interception. Mike Evans, thank God, because Jerry let Mike Evans go right past him. Thank God we got that tip interception.
You know why I don't care about that play? I'm being honest when I say this. You know why I don't care about that play? Let's say, for example, they get that play. From what I saw, I don't think they would have scored again after that.
Yeah.
From what I saw. So I'm just putting it out there. They could have got that play, but from what I saw, I don't think they would have scored again.
Yeah, because Baker Mayfield was overthrowing a lot of receivers. Like, I mean, he ain't look right to me.
Well, when I would say this, there's a guy that I've been bringing up for the longest, which is Aleem McNeil, who has been putting pressure up the middle the entire time, and that's made it a lot more difficult for him.
Yeah.
But again, it's one of the things that you have to look at and say, okay, cool, you 5-1.
Yeah.
How do you deep dive into this and see how they can improve upon these things like that?
Right.
They did a good enough job to where they felt their best chance to win was on the shoulders of Baker Mayfield. I think that was a mistake on their part.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that most teams seem to think that's the way you're going to beat the Lions, and it's stupid.
Right.
But what else you got for me? Because I got people rolling in. I want to get everybody in.
Okay. All right. So Goff, great game by Goff. Fitting the tight windows to Amaran. Josh Reynolds, another solid game by him. J-Mo keeping up the speed. He dropped the pass, but came back for the touchdown. Beautiful. It was just a great overall team. And the special team, shout out to Jack Fox on the punt. Beautiful. That's all I got, man. Great win by us. Let's go beat Baltimore.
Hey, 100%, man. Appreciate you for coming through. I thought Alex Anzalone did go nuts. I thought he went ham. J-Mo, I'm sorry, people. Y'all gonna have a hard time convincing me that this was a good pick, 12th overall, trading up for a hurt receiver. I'm sorry. I wanted Pickens, who is doing really well for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know that everybody likes the deep passes and stuff, but Jameson Williams and these damn body catches are killing me softly. Even the deep bombs are body catch. I can assure you that we're going to have more frustrations than joy with a guy who body catches. You just are. You have to pluck the ball out the air using your hands. Okay. We get to all that. Let me bring in my next guest. My man Gunner is in the building. Gunner, what up, though?
Hey, what up, man?
What's going on, brother? Long time no hear. I see you out here with new picks and everything. Tell me what your thoughts were on that game. This is a victory Monday. Lions come out, handle business against the Buccaneers on the road at that. Jared Goff literally could have got 400-plus yards if he even tried. It was that type of day. What are your thoughts are?
Man, when I first turned on the game, I was like so surprised how much blue was in that stadium. Like, that was not a road game. That was crazy.
Listen, shout out to you,
the fans. I was like, Green Bay, we had a pretty good amount of fans in Green Bay. It was not like that, though.
I got messages from so many people who was like, bro, I know you don't watch the game with the volume up, but you got to turn the volume on. I said, for what? I don't want to hear these commentators.
They were almost going to silent count. Like, crazy.
It was crazy. And I heard how loud we got when they were on offense. And then I started hearing the "Let's Go Lions." And I'm like,
yeah, I could hear that too.
I'm like, you have taken over the stadium?
All the retired Lions fans in Florida.
Yes, it was absolutely nuts. I see you in the back, my brother Bandit. I see you. Hold tight for me. It was so crazy to see the crowd take the game over from them. It was almost like at times when they tried to get loud for us on offense, it was like not even a factor. And then they go on offense. It was a home game for us, it seemed like.
Yeah.
They celebrated on airplanes there and on airplanes back. They celebrated all through. Like, it was. We are showing up, people.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be that way for Baltimore, but still, for these first 3 road games we had, they've been nice. But also these safeties concern me.
Why? I thought. Listen, hold on, wait a minute. I've heard nothing but ball hawk when it comes to the safety. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought this just me. I thought that they were going to press charges against Tracy Walker with how he was hitting yesterday.
He turned up towards the end of the game.
Yeah, I thought they was going to. I'm like, yeah, he's going to jail. They locking him up. He's come up to play.
Yeah, he almost killed Palmer.
My God. But Kirby Joseph, I think he's playing hurt. That's just my observation. I think he's playing hurt, and I think this is the other thing I noticed, that he's playing to try to make a play that is that's not necessarily there, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's what I see.
It looked like he was doing cardio for 3/4 of the game.
Hey.
I would like to trade for Jeremy Chin. I feel like that could mix up that safety room, or to see if he get more playing times. If he would play that, was it week 3, I think, when he started, he looked good when he was out there.
If you're bringing in Jeremy Chin, I'm a little perplexed by that, because you got a number of safeties who can play the corner slot, and at that point, Jeremy Chin would kind of be like your safety linebacker type. Okay, this is gonna sound crazy. I still want more help on the D line and linebacker. I do.
I think people get too obsessed with the edge rusher spot. That's what I'm seeing, like, all over.
No, I'm talking about the interior.
No trading for Chase Young nonsense. We don't need that.
Because once they took out Aline, and at times when Bugs was in, but for the, I think that wasn't even Bugs. That was 79. Jesus Christ, Kominski.
Yeah,
it was like, I
think when Pascal gets back, he'll look a little better.
Well, okay. Well,
if he don't stay hurt, of course. But Brian Branch gonna turn his defense up. I hope he plays next week.
And that's the way it's supposed to look. I think that's why I don't see the Jeremy Chin pickup. I don't see it. I think picking up Jeremy Chin is probably not I want DB help, but I want it at the cornerback position because I got to be honest with you. I don't know if you was paying attention as hard as I was, but it seemed like the moment Will Harris got out there, they was like, let's go pick on him. Even though he had an interception early on, it was let's go pick on him.
Oh yeah,
and it was frustrating. So yeah.
You remember the Green Bay game? As soon as Brian Branch ran out, they threw a bomb on him.
Of course, that's what you're supposed to do.
Even though it shouldn't have counted.
Of course.
We won't talk about that.
So I get it, but what else you got for me? What else? Because I'm still trying to find where are all these Aaron Glenn people at? Where are these? Because if only somebody told them that firing Aaron Glenn would be a mistake. He's not the problem.
Man, I'm right about him. I'm always right. It's like when I'm right, and when I'm wrong, I could have been right, so I'm still right because I could have been wrong. That makes sense.
I was right. Just for the record, I was right. I told people that, hey, what you saw in that Seattle Seahawks game was not scheme issues. It was poor execution. I saw the Lions making aggressive mistakes that still helped us in the end. I saw the Lions make mistakes that I'm like, damn, that should have, for example, like you talk about that play that could have been an easy touchdown. Yeah, it was a huge mistake there, but it was aggressive enough that on the other end where it was a batted ball up in the air for interception, right? So, or there were plays where they had a first down to Mike Evans and the cornerback didn't give up on the play and got the ball to fall, right? Or what's his name? Tompkins? What the hell? The receiver, he got lit the hell up trying to get a pass because they were putting pressure on the quarterback down the stretch to try to, force the issue. So all those things that I saw, I was like, yeah, these are things that happen when you are making aggressive mistakes, not this, I don't want to get a penalty and stuff. Like, hell, even the push. One of my favorite plays was Aiden Hutchinson pushing the shit out of Baker Mayfield out of bounds and everybody going up in arms about it. I'm like,
yeah,
he was still in bounds.
Yeah, he was in bounds.
So he, if he didn't want to get pushed, his ass should have went on out. And it was a very good aggressive push that set a tone, and I was happy about it. So, hey, sorry, not sorry, just putting it out there.
Yeah, last thing though, I really hope Big V can get back in the starting lineups. I think our running game is much better with him.
Oh, we were struggling, man. Listen, it wasn't just Big V. Jonah Jackson not been in.
Having the practice squad guy and Graham Glasgow, and it ain't doing it. Them guards ain't moving nobody.
See, when Graham Glasgow was here and we moved on from him, I was happy. So I was like, all right, cool.
Well, yeah, he got top guard money, and I just knew we weren't. I don't think we're going to give Jonah Jackson top guard money. I think that's what he's going to get.
You better pay that man.
I don't know. We got a lot of other people to pay too, though.
And it's funny because you always see value in people when you least expect it. I give props to Frank Radnow. His hands were full with Vita Vea, right? But them guards wasn't doing no help, and I was like, God, come on, hold the block, man. So it is what it is.
Yeah. So hopefully both our starters will be back next week. Because I know Big V's been off. Was IR, right? He was on IR for a little bit, but he's been off the last 2 games. He just hasn't played.
Listen, you've seen me say this in my Discord before, and I stand by this. I don't believe Jahmyr Gibbs is hurt. I believe Jahmyr Gibbs, they're trying to refocus him and fine-tune some parts of his game. So therefore, he got a hamstring injury because how do you can't really diagnose that or show that it happened. You just got to say, my hammies hurt.
Well, he got to play now.
Well, he's going to play now, right? The difference is they still need to learn how to run those screens for him. They still need to learn how to run more draws. They have to get more zone blocking in there to where he can feed off of that and pick some holes and stuff. But Austin Eckler wasn't wrong when he said that he's tipping his running ability when I can put it. I've seen him run past blockers and I'm like, bro, you got to slow down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to slow down. John Jones says the guards did all right. Jarrett was clean most of the game. Yeah, and pass blocking.
We could run worse shit though. That was the problem.
Let it run.
Now, to be fair, that is the top run defense we're going against, and so is the Ravens.
That's
either way. I would expect them to do better.
They didn't go against anybody who. Yeah, that's overblown. They didn't go against nobody that was going to press the run against them. Let's be honest. Kobe says, I don't know how long Monty is out. They say it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a little bit, you know.
Yeah, it's like a rib cartilage thing.
And again, if only somebody would have said that, you know, we should have just kept DeAndre Swift. Somebody had said we should have kept DeAndre Swift. It would have just been perfect.
Man, I'm right about him. I'm always right. It's like when I'm right, I'm right. And when I'm wrong, I could have been right. So I'm still right because I could have been wrong.
That makes sense.
Whoever said a 3-headed dragon is too much? Whoever said that? You know what I mean?
I mean, we're right. We weren't paying him anything.
You know, I mean, I'm being honest. As only we could have kept him, man. So, what else you got for me before I bring in the next guest? And then I finish my set.
Lions fans, take over Baltimore. Let's do it.
Listen. We take over Baltimore. Let me tell you something.
Say Baltimore. That's our place to take over.
I knew we did a takeover when Packers PR and media came out. Like
that shit was funny.
Don't sell your ticket.
It was funny. That surprised the hell out of me. It's like Packers fans are pretty loyal. That's it's a prime time game.
They sold their tickets. I'm like, they wouldn't have did that if Aaron Rodgers was there. I don't think, but it don't matter.
He said Jordan Love. Nah, we could.
Yeah, it's crazy. I agree, Troy. They are real, but I appreciate you for coming through, Gunner. I got to bring in another person because I gotta do a show blitz in a way to kind of quickly get through this thing, man.
Yeah, of course. Take it easy.
Right, for sure. I'm gonna bring in my next guest, Bandit. He's been waiting to do this all day. He sat up out here looking like the Princess Zamunda. He's looking like the King of Wakanda. My man, Bandit, is in the building. Let me give Bandit this moment. Let me give Bandit this moment.
King of the North, and this one being for the King of the NFC because we taking over, baby. Hey. Like we taking over stadiums, baby. We taking over standings, baby.
Listen,
for
my
all
man
people out there talking bad about AG. Don't bring his name up. Don't speak his name, bro. Don't speak his name, bro.
Don't do him like that.
Tell y'all, MVP of this year, Jared Goff. Man, that way that man orchestrate the offense with no rushing game. Put some respect on his name, bro. Put some respect on his name. And Tracy Walker out there hitting. Whoo, baby. Let's go, baby.
Listen, your video, the video you made where you said off with their heads.
Off with their heads.
I like to pass out. Listen, the king has returned. You know, that's how I was feeling. I was feeling like, you know what? If you're gonna do something, show up and do it the right way. And listen, I had people, I was arguing in the chat. You saw me arguing in the chat saying, I don't care if the numbers are not there, keep running the ball. Keep running the ball. Why? Because it sets up everything else. You have to keep them respectful, okay? It says, my man Neil looks like an African king, Mustafa. I see it, brother.
I came to sit on my throne today.
Listen. And the crazy part is a lot of the narrative that you heard, they wasn't talking about it. I had a lot of people. Again, I've been very critical of players, coaches, and everything alike. I don't shy away from it, right? I thought for the most part that Aiden Hutchinson had a very quiet game. All right. And I'm like, I don't really care because he did enough to affect it. That's all that mattered. There was a few plays where they couldn't get outside and things like that. So I respect what I saw in that. But I also believe my man gave you the King T'Challa. You know, there's some things out there that we can't get by. So it is what it is. It says, what up, Luke? St. Brown's 15 targets, Laporta 11 targets, Raymond 3 targets, Jones Jr. 1 target. If we give one from each and give them to J-Mo, I think we will see some improvement. He is still cold. You know, Greg, I'm going to disagree with you for 2 reasons, right? J-Mo got targeted, I want to say 3 times. Dropped 1, caught 1, right? Dropped 1, caught 1. But he body catches this. And until I start to see a guy catch with hands, I'm not ready to say, give more targets to him. Till I see a guy who can run crisp routes, I'm not ready to say give more targets to him. I'm sorry. I'm not there yet. But go ahead, talk your talk, Bandit.
Luke, give him time, man. Give him time. It's like a baby first learning to walk, Luke. You gonna stumble and fall a couple times, but once you hit that stride, he gonna hit his stride, baby. Look what he doing stumbling. You feel me? Look what he doing stumbling.
Yeah,
Look,
but
let him get his speed underneath him. You feel me? Let him get his cleats in the grass, man. And after that, you know what he gonna do? Smoke their ass, Luke. Come on now, man. You see it was just now in a couple of games he came back. Come on. J-Mo, baby. J-Mo. Let him get his feet underneath him, Luke. Come on.
All I'm saying is until I see a man catch passes with his hands, we're going to have some conversations. That's all I'm saying.
Think about this, bro. With Laporta working that middle, St. Brown working that middle.
Yeah.
Who, J-Mo? Come on now.
Listen,
man, man, I'm telling you, it's a takeover, man.
Tell me what you think about the game, man. Tell me what was your thoughts on the game.
My thoughts on the game was that defense. That defense. I know our offense was going to work. You feel me? When that defense showed up, holding the 6 points, and my man Tracy out there hitting. They took his starting position. He said, y'all think CJ gonna come back? He said, I'm fighting for mine. He gonna have to work to get this, baby.
And I love that. I love that how every fan wanted him traded and gone. And I'm like, we brought in people with histories of injuries. You gotta hold on to some people. And I love that for him. So you're right.
Quarterback of that defense, man. Our defense ain't got it. Ain't been in tune. Been in tune when he on the field. You got respect to my man. Tracy, man.
Listen, I hear you, man. I hear you. Listen, let me ask you this because I think that it goes for conversation and stuff. And I want to get into some tape in a few minutes, but it goes to they gave that man that welcome to America, but I think he meant Eddie Murphy from Coming to America, which is a very classic film. Very classic film. It goes to show this though. Like, let's be honest. The Lions are getting ready to go up against a Ravens team who, in all honesty, got a mobile quarterback. How concerned are you?
If we set the edges and we get interior pressure, I'm not concerned at all. As long as them two things happen, I ain't concerned. Our offense gonna move. You feel me? But look, think about this. After the Ravens, we got the Ravens and the Cowboys on our schedule left. After that, who are we really worried about? We play the Vikings twice.
I ain't worried about the Cowboys neither.
We got the Packers again. We got the Chargers, who I'm not scared of. Come on, man.
Listen, I hear you. Hey, I expect there to be some excitement. To the people who don't know, the King has returned. And I'm telling you, I don't know what the conversation was, but I'm 100% sure that my man Aaron Glenn told the defense at halftime, all right, look, all right, we not done. We not out of this game. He came out and he said to it, let's get it done. And there's still a lot of people like Sam Acho and a bunch of other people who just not ready to understand this one thing. I mean, this is how I was looking at my man Sam Acho.
So, boss, you believe that? You hold on. Oh no. Do you believe that? Huh? Do you believe?
Yeah, he gonna have to learn today. You got to start putting some respect on these names because it's not just this. It's not just the way that we're winning. You know, let me get into some fun numbers for the people. All right, because I believe that it's not just the way that you're winning it. Right? It's other things that go into it. I want people to understand something. All right. This is the top of the list, people. 1, 2, 3, 4. You right now have the 4th ranked scoring offense. Think about that. With all the injuries we've had, with all the mishaps you have the 4th ranked offense. You are ahead of the Eagles. You are ahead of the Chiefs, teams that people been jocking. 4th rank. You cannot ask for more. You cannot ask for more. Look at your ability to just do your job. Look at your points against. Check this out. You think that's something? 1. Let's get almost you count with me, people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and a 12th rank. You tied for 12th ranked defense and points given up.
Mr. Prowl, what are we ranked in 12th in defense in the league?
I mean, just look at your team. Look what your team is doing. Look at the response of your team. They are performing at a level that's nuts. The execution. Look at it. Just take it all in. Your team has been performing.
Dang.
They're making mistakes that are bad, but their response to the bad mistakes are absolutely a thing of beauty. And it should be commended and respected.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just putting it out there. It should be commended and respected. This Detroit Lions team, although I will argue our rush defense ain't really been tested, it has performed. And guess what? The defensive coordinator doing much of the same stuff. It's not like he did a full 360 and changed up his whole scheme. That's not what happened, people. The players are executing.
Yes, sir.
The players are holding themselves accountable.
Yes, sir. Everybody holding everybody accountable.
I'm watching people that I want gone step it up. Alex Anzalone.
Will Harris.
I'm watching people that I'm thinking, boy, I can't wait to move on from them. Step it up. And guess what? They're doing it in a way to where there's no doubt. They are leaving no doubt. I'm better than you. Yeah, you can throw 4 punches. I'm going to give you 2 good ones and you'll stop. That's what it looks like. That's what you come for. I'm watching people who was getting beat left and right in some positions adjust their game by game each time and get better.
Jerry Jacobs.
John Jones says our run defense has been tested. Teams just can't run against us. It has not. It has not. That's just not true. As much as I love the Victory Mondays, don't get me wrong, that's just not true. It has not been tested. And the Panthers were running against us. And don't tell me it was in garbage time because I have the halftime stats up. A lot of the teams just they go by analytics, and the analytics tell them you could beat them through the air. I don't know who got these numbers to tell them that you could beat us through the air, but that's the dumbest thing I ever heard of.
Another thing is they down so much points where they can't run the ball.
Like they're not committing. Like I mean, Kansas City, they're not even a running team. So where was the test of run that from them? Seattle was going to run, but when nobody near the quarterback. So why run when I ain't nobody near my quarterback? The Falcons, I don't know what the hell they was going through. They was the most running this team at that point and came in passing. Talk about the Packers. I mean, you get your guy back in Aaron Jones. You commit to the run? No. Not once. The Buccaneers, what run game they got? I'll wait. I would love to make the stuff up, but just been putting it out there.
Sure.
This is a team that deserves to have the respect that they get. This is a team that deserves to be praised. But I ain't gonna lie and say that our run defense has been tested. They just didn't run. Bijan Robinson had 5 carries in the first half and finished the game with 10. Yeah, they was really trying to run it. Again, people, I call it like it is. I want to get some film study. Bandit, what else you got for us before I get into this film studies and point out some things that really hit home with me? Shout out to my man Juan. Man, listen, I want to know who in the hell cut this man hair. You go find that man and bring him to me. Bring him to me alive, not dead, alive. You see how crispy this damn lineup is? Y'all don't stop. This. Don't nothing make me more hyped than a man who know how to put a razor and a nice sharp lineup on a brother. Hey, shout out to that barber, man. Welcome to the show.
I ain't got. That was all I came here to say, man, Luke, man.
Hey, I appreciate. Let me give you one more time because you came in. I want them to know that the king showed up. Okay,
let's go, baby.
Give them a king's message. What does the king tell the court?
Listen, puts that respect on that man AG's name. This deep is out here doing numbers. Tracy Walker, GJ. He talked too much. Tracy Walker, everybody's there. Put it on. You feel me? Our offense, fourth-rank offense in the league, like he said, man. We go do numbers. And Luke, give J-Mo some time to get his feet settled. Other than that, one pride, baby.
Hey, listen, I can't even begin to tell you. I'm giving them nothing but time because I have to, but I'm frustrated. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I'm frustrated. Appreciate you for coming through, my brother. Looking good as always.
Bro.
We'll see you soon.
Bro. No doubt.
All right, look, man. Listen, I'm putting it out there. I know people want to dispute this. I know, like Troy said, teams are abandoning the run. We're shutting them down. We're not. I'm not being funny. We're not shutting the run down. When you look at the games, the Kansas City Chiefs never committed to the run. It's why I picked us to beat them. I'm like, they're going to throw into our strength, which is our secondary. That's what we most spent money on to improve. They're not. It's just facts. Green Bay didn't try to run on us. These teams are not trying to run on us. They're not. It is not because they're down. For the most part, that Falcon game for the longest was a one-possession game. The Buccaneers game was a one-possession game. They were passing too damn much. It's not like I'm trying to take anything away from them, but no. I don't just look at the box score. I know what happened in these games. And when you go through and you look at these games, you can't tell me, oh, yeah, we're shutting this stuff. No, we're not. We're not. We're just not. I would love for it to be that way, but it's just not true. It's just not true. I would love to join you all on this, but it's just not true. To show you how crazy it is, right? I'm going to show you how crazy it is. It was halftime. The score was 10-3. That's literally one possession. One possession. They ran the ball 12 times. 12 times. Now, you may be thinking, that's a lot, Luke. That's a lot. They ran the ball a lot that game, Luke. I'm telling you, they was committed. That's what you may be thinking. But I'm just telling you that if you just look at the game in its entirety, there's no way you're going to say, yep, I felt that they was really trying to run the ball on us. You didn't get that vibe. You didn't get that type of belief. You didn't feel like that was the case or anything. You know why? Because it didn't happen. We have not been tested on our run defense. Now, have we been tested with mobile quarterbacks? I wouldn't even argue that. But to show you what it was, 12 rushing attempts is what they had at half. They finished the game with 16 rushing attempts in a game that was mostly one possession. I don't know what to tell you. It just didn't happen. Sorry. I'm not over exaggerating. I'm just putting it out there. Let me look at some of these comments because some of y'all had some good ones, boy. I got to get it out there. Since Juan got that blade on that hairline, crispy, man, that lineup is a different beast maker. Damn, that lineup is cold. It is. I want to know that. And you know what? That's got to be a barber who don't talk on the phone while he cutting your hair. That's a barber who's not trying to cook chicken while he cutting your hair. He not fighting with his girlfriend, wife, or baby mama while he cutting your hair. He wants your lineup to be his representation. That's what it is. That's what it was. You know, and I get it. Atlanta ran the ball 40 times this week before they played us. Like, you can't make this stuff up. 40 times before they played us. And before that week, they ran the ball a lot. Like, they get to us and decide to pass. It blows my mind. Looney, I know. I did the research. But we haven't been tested with our run defense. And I'm okay with that. Because if we don't get run tested until we like up, 10-1? Okay, fine. We got time to correct it before the playoffs. But for right now, I ain't complaining about it, but we haven't been tested. Y'all got me cracking up. I live in D.C., but grew up in Detroit, so y'all would have to visit D.C. for this cut. Damn it, for this cut? For that cut? I'll come to D.C. for that cut. That's a cut I'll pay $40 for, $50 for. That's nice. I think the Lions got teams frustrated and giving up on the run after we roughed them up for a half. Now, that part I can argue. There is a level of physicality that we're playing with that's causing teams to play a little bit different. Because what you start to see is when the physicality goes up, a lot of people's wheels go down. I've watched that Buccaneers team. Now, if I was a lone Buccaneers fan, just a lone Buccaneers fan, I'd have been pissed off at what I saw on TV. How they was on the sideline looking all just defeated. Didn't even care. There was no sense of urgency. There was nobody like, let's go, we got this, and none of that. They was just out there. They was looking for flags and stuff. I'm like, instead of looking for a flag, go for the catch. You're doing too much. But they was getting out physical. That's just what it is. Douglas Bryan says, cannot take Luke's turn on the win. What you mean? What you mean? I'm honest. This is about as honest as you get. My man said he need a haircut too. Luke, should we trade or sign a running back or cornerback or edge rusher? Not edge rusher, cornerback and running back, yes. Again, I think Gibbs is going to be back this week because I don't think he's hurt. I just don't. I think they want to slow him down, retool some things with him, and then unleash him. I don't believe that he's hurt. I've noticed a pattern where they're claiming people are hurt that is not hurt. Like, no more than I think Hendon Hooker is hurt. I do not believe that Hendon Hooker is hurt. I don't believe that he's hurt. I'm seeing where you're giving people healthy scratches and stuff. These people are not hurt. They can play. But the Lions want to, slow things down and fine-tune some stuff because he is outrunning his blockers at times. He is trying to make big plays when he should probably be a little bit more patient, right? So I see those things. I understand what those things look like. But he'll be back this week, guarantee that, and he'll be back this week with, some aggression. But do I think we need to add another running back? Hell yes. Like, what the hell? I think Bam Knight is out for what? Craig Reynolds, I think is decent, but you saw for yourself. He doesn't see the field like Montgomery. He doesn't see the field like Gibbs. And that's the thing for him. He can run it, but it's the vision. I saw him running to his blockers a few times. That's got to be better. You know what I mean? And so when those type of things happen, yeah, we're exploring all of that because, we should be better in that regard. What's a team that can test us? See, I can't answer that until they come out and do it because most of these teams just abandon the run. I don't understand it. Or they don't even attempt to really run the ball. If you go and look at the play-by-play, right? Like, I just want y'all to understand something. Like, I know everybody thinks I just say things and that, I ain't did no research and it's just watch this. Watch this. This is the opening drive for the Buccaneers, right? Run left for 2 yards. Then it's 2nd and 8. Pass deep for 16 yards. Now it's 1st and 10. Up the middle for 1 yard. Now it's 2nd and 9. Incomplete pass. Now it's 3rd and 9. Incomplete pass. And punt. You ran the ball 2 times out of the 5 plays, right? You may be thinking, no biggie. Your next opening drive, pass short, intercepted after being batted up in the air and picked off. Now we had 2 rushing attempts. Next drive, right? Run up the middle for 6 yards. Pass for 8 yards. Incomplete pass. Incomplete pass. Scramble by the quarterback. Don't even count that as a rushing attempt. I don't count quarterback scrambles unless it's an actual design play. And this wasn't a design play. He just left the pocket. All right. Then they punt it. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Baker Mayfield scrambles again for 3 yards. Not by design. Vaughn up the middle for 1 yard. Mayfield short pass for 10. Vaughn up the middle for 4 yards. Vaughn up the middle for -6 yards. Incomplete pass. Like, go and look at it. They were not trying to run the ball. I'm just putting it out there. Okay? It just wasn't. Teams look at tape and realize that running the ball against us is not a good plan. I'm going to put it this way, John Jones. I believe what you're saying is true. I believe that they do that. They look at analytics and they believe that it's not a good idea. I think smart coaches who are not stupid, if we played the Dolphins is going to run the ball. They don't care about what the analytics say. They don't care about what the stats say. They look at the tape and go, oh, we can run the ball on them. And the reason I say that is because we have not been tested enough in the run. The run is not stressed. It's just not. And I don't want to make this a show about what they don't do necessarily good, but we have not been tested. You know what I mean? We have not. The Lions only had 40 yards rushing. I was talking to, I believe it was Will, in the Discord, and he was like, well, they need to lead the run alone. I'm like, for what? I'm like, if you tell me they need to lead the run alone, the Lions should lead the run alone. No, keep running it. It keeps people honest. You know what I mean? People don't realize this, but Craig Reynolds, bro, he had 10 carries for 15 yards. They kept giving him the ball. You know why? Because it keeps you honest. It has to have a commitment that sets it up in such a way that do this. And some of y'all going to say, well, we had to lead, but it was a one-possession game for the most part, and they didn't do it. Like, that's all I'm pointing out. So, you know, I'm all for us getting better. I can't wait till we get some of the names back, because come playoff time, getting James Houston back is huge. Hell, I mean, what's his name? Julian Okoye. He was out there performing. Like, seriously, but I saw a play where Alex Anzalone did something that I have been screaming for linebackers to do every single time, and whenever I see it, I want them on my team. And that is, when in doubt, blow the blocker up. Just blow him up and push him back. And he blew that blocker up to the running back, and then the running back had to reset his feet and try to figure out how to get around it. That's what it's supposed to look like. That's how it's supposed to come out. And I'm cool with that. Let me show some things that really made a brother proud. Okay? This video is coming complimentary to the 33rd team. Yes, I watched the 33rd team because of Amon-Ra St. Brown and them being over there having good conversations, right? But let's get into it. Let's really get into it. Let's dive into it. All right. He's doing film breakdown. So if you have not seen this, it's only been up about an hour or so. Please check it out. Film study how the Lions scored against an elite Bucks defense. All right. Let's just take a look at it. This is the play that we all can't stop talking about. It's this thing right here. This is the play. I slowed it down so we can just take it all in for the benefit of the doubt. Right? Look at this right here. Like, first of all, shout out to Jared Goff for seeing this. Look at all this green. Look at this. This level of commitment to see it. Shout out to him. Now, I want you to also see this. My man breaking on the ball. He doing this. Look at that man looking at that. Look, that's my brother. That's my brother. Right? I want y'all to see this. Pay attention. That's my brother. He's still looking at him, but he then gonna turn his head and locate the guy who won his brother's ball. And watch what happened. Give my brother's ball back. You see that? Let's get back into that one more time. Give my brother his ball back. You see that doughboy hit? Look at that. That block got my man's jumping. Shout out to this man for wanting more yards. Look at the disrespect on this. Look at him. You thought she was going to dive and touch me. I think not. Look at this. Let me tell you something. You know why this block is special? Because not only did he do it in a legal fashion, my man put his hands up like, oh, this gonna hurt. You see this? You see that hand extension? He was trying to give himself a little space, but at this point, he knew what it was. It was at this moment he realized he effed up. Oh my God. People, I cannot say this enough. His whole job was to blow this guy up. I'm serious. Just keep going. If he blows this guy up, this guy's going to probably slow down and just reach out for the first. No. He saw that big bully coming. He's like, oh, this is not going to go well. Oh, God. You know how you see those commercials where somebody get ready to run into like a train, they throw their hands up like it's going to stop the train? I think in his eyes, his natural body reaction was to throw his hands up to stop this type of brutality. I think that's what he was thinking. I think he was feeling like, if ever there was a chance for me to try to take some of this off of me, if I put my hands up, he might get the message to stop. But unfortunately for a guy like Craig Reynolds, who wanted it more than my man Davis over here, he made it very known that you mess with one pride, you mess with them all. Stop playing with me. Ooh. Can we just appreciate the aggression for a moment, please? Let's give a moment of silence for my man Davis over there, as he has been just depleted in his attempt to cut off the route of one Amon-Ra St. Brown. Let's bow our heads and pray for that brother as he discovers what it feels like to be on the end of punishment that he sometimes put out. Kudos to him. Another play that truly got my blood going. Let me see if I can find it, because I don't want to show too much. I really want y'all to go watch this video. I think it's worth watching. Let me see. Here we go. It's right here. So I'm gonna tell you why I like this. This is one of my favorite plays. It's 3rd and 4, I want to say it is. And at this point, you go empty set, right? And you know for a fact that you ain't running the ball here. It ain't no Michael Vick back there. You know this. You know that this is a pass on 3rd and 4. And it looks like to me that they went full-fledged man 0. They like, bro, we finna send some people at you, right? But I want to show you what Jared Goff do. He see that and he go, oh, oh, you want to bring everybody up. Okay. All right. Yeah, you stay right there. And if you watch the man here when he comes back, right? Watch the hand. It's up. Look, he even looks over to the guy, letting them know right here that I got something for you. Just stay right there. Don't go nowhere, Craig. Stay right there. Now, watch as the ball gets snapped. I want you to see how they do this. Watch this. Boom. Let's count how many people they seeing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bro. I want you to see how many they seeing. All right. Let's count our blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hats on hats. But this guy was so hyped. This is, I believe, it's Tyrone, whatever you pronounce his name. He was so hyped to get by that he didn't realize that my man Penei Sewell had no cares to touch him. He never touched him. And Craig Reynolds has already ran his route, leaving my man's looking a little crazy, or my man Dean looking a little crazy. But I want you to see what Craig does that's so special. Look at this block right here. Look at this block right here. But watch all this right here. You see all this meat right here? This right here. You see this? Pay attention. Bruh, look at the. I don't even think he was so confused. He didn't know who to get. Frank Radnow cut the backside guy off. Penei Sewell them drilled them out. He out here. He didn't know what the hell to do. Take it all in, people. This is what it looks like. This is on 3rd and 4, you call this. Look at this. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. If this pass happened like this to Gibbs, this is a touchdown. It was to Craig. It is what it is. Look at this. Man down. Man down. I have no clue what's going on here. I don't know what, this is one of those moments when you just say to yourself, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. You remember the scene in Martin when he fought the time he hit Man Hearns and he said, I don't want to fight no more. This is when he gave up. This is when he just gave up. I don't want to fight no more. Anybody who throw their legs up like that, we got to ask questions about them. I don't want to fight no more. Look at this. This is what did it for me. This is another reason why I believe we got to add a running back. Look at this. What vision? What the hell was he looking at to tell him to just stay here? Just go ahead and cut behind dog. Oh, I'm going to spin cycle him this way. And I'm in Rock got in the way. No, stay out here. Just stay out here. You ain't finna outrun these people. I don't care. I'm excited to see it, people. I'm excited to see it. You should be excited to see it. Come on. It's beautiful. It's exciting to see this type of level of competency in its execution. My man just gave up. Craig Reynolds just no vision. Like, I ain't gonna say no vision, but is it's definitely there. It says, I can acknowledge that you're right about your rushing point. I've noticed around the league that the majority of teams don't run the ball much on 2nd and 7, 8, or 9. I don't know why. Run it. A lot of teams have lost because they refuse to do that. Run it. It tires them out. You know how much work you got to do for a rush? Man. They did my man dirty. They did my man so dirty. He had the legs up in the air like he was watching a video with his friends. I felt so bad for him. It was uncomfortable to watch. Very uncomfortable to watch. He gave me the pause moment. He said, cut my man a break. I did cut him a break. You see them legs go up in the air? Like, come on, bro. You're going to have to you can't just give up like that. Man was down. Listen. Let me give you another one. Give you one more. Then y'all please go watch the video. Was it here? Here you go. All right. Let me give you another one. See, here go your man's down here, J-Mo. Okay? Look at your man's down here, J-Mo. You did? This bunch set got people tripping, bro. I'm serious. I've realized this. Look at this. He thought that he saw something. That's what he thought. Oh, I'm going to get down here, and if he throw it underneath, blam, they all get a taste of the bitch pudding. That's what he's thinking, right? He say, oh, you want to cut it in. Now, this is just beautiful play design. At this point, he has to respect this. At this point, he's here. He's supposed to be the little like backside covering guy. He has to respect this. He cuts in. He has to respect it. That poor safety. And I like this safety too, but God, that poor safety. Let's go back one frame. Let's look at how close somebody is to Jared Goff. Ooh. Ay, ay, ay. You getting blocking like that, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Now, watch this throw. I want y'all to really see where this ball is at. Because, see, at this point, he pointing. He don't realize the ball going deep. He pointing. Oh, snippet. He going over here. The safety is gassed. He adjusts himself. Look at the adjustment. The safety is still just trying to catch up. He adjusted some more into the body. I hate that part. I hate. Ooh, jeez. I'm taking it because it's a touchdown, but God, the body catches, man. Seriously. The body catches. But look at this. This is just play design, people. This is just, it's just play design. This is what I talk about with things. Levels. Boom. 3 levels. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. 3 levels. They already know he ain't going here. It's a check down. But 3 levels. Good protection. You can't do anything. It's one-on-one with the safety. Could you imagine if we had this kind of play calling with Calvin Johnson? Fuck. Oh, my goodness. Just dirty. Look at this. Levels. Look at it. All 3 levels. Look how synced that look. Tic-tac-toe. 1, 2, 3. You just can't make this stuff up. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all better appreciate Ben Johnson while he's still with us. Y'all better appreciate Ben Johnson while you still got him, okay? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like he's on the phone with a girl. That's exactly how it looked. Oh, what you doing? What I'm doing. What you doing? Oh, my God. And yes, Tampa Bay was not trying to run that thing. I know. You ain't got to tell me, but I'm not delusional. I'm not going to sit here and play that game. I know what I saw. All right? I know what I saw. My man Mike says, made it. Welcome. It says, if the Lions stay playing the way that they are right now, I have the Lions not losing any more games. I'm not worried about any team they have to play left except for the Chargers. I ain't worried about them. I'm being honest with you. Find me the team that you think is going to commit to the run. Then I'll tell you who I get worried at. And to be honest, that's what we should look at. You got to admit that was a nice catch by J-Mo. It's in his body. It was a good adjustment by him, but it's in his body. I don't like body catchers. I don't care what happens. I hate body catchers because I've watched it long enough to know that body catchers will drop a lot of passes. You have to use your hands. It's one of the reasons why I love Herman Moore so much because he don't like the ball to get to his body. So I'm just putting it out there. J-Mo just not a hands catcher. I know, but I want hands. I'm sorry. What's going on, Mars? What up, though? It says, okay, make me feel better about the Ravens matchup with all the injuries so I can buy these tickets. I live out here. All right, here, let me get down to it, man. Simply put, if you look at the Ravens, right, they don't have a run game, so they essentially got the quarterback to run, right? And we for the most part, we've got run linebackers who can be a little bit faster. I noticed that they didn't use Malcolm Rodriguez on defense too much, and that's a good thing for it. He wasn't part of the game plan this week, and that's cool with me. This week, he's probably going to be out there a whole lot more because they want to make sure that they can stop that run. They're going to have my man Jack Cam out there more so they can stop that mobile quarterback. But the reason you should feel confident about it is because of this following reason right here. Let me pull it back on up so you can see it. And hopefully you can take it all in for its face value. Okay. Let me get right here where y'all at. Okay. All right. Oh, wait. It would be nice for me to put it on the screen, wouldn't it? I'm sorry. Here we go. Let's look at the Ravens. The Ravens have played 6 games. They scored 133 games. All right. Now, if you take that average and you average it on out, 133 points. My apologies. If you take that and you average it out by 6 games, they're scoring 22 points a game, right? But the Lions is only giving up about 18.83 points a game, something like that, right? All right. Now, Baltimore's defense looks like it's a killer, right? You would see that and go, oh man, they only giving up 15 points a game based on averages, right? You would really believe that, the Ravens did something, right? And then you go through and you start to look at it a little bit closer. And this is where you had to start to use some logic behind this, right? Let's look at their first game. They beat a Houston Texas team with a rookie quarterback. Yeah, real threat. A rookie quarterback who is now starting to find his stride, and I don't think it would be so simple as to get a 25-9 win on them. I don't think it'd be that way this time around, right? You go out and beat a Cincinnati Bengals team with a banged-up quarterback, no problem, whatever. You lose a game in overtime to the Colts. Who the hell was their quarterback? The Colts beat you. All right? The Ravens lost to the Colts. You want to tell me Anthony Richardson is, that's their quarterback? Please, he about to be out for the year. Every game he hurt. They lost to Gardner Minshew, who threw the ball 44 times for 227 yards and a touchdown. And that's after being sacked 5 times. Lamar Jackson had no touchdowns thrown that game. But he did rush for 101 yards. And the other running back, Gus Edwards, had like 51 yards. They had a total of 186 rushing attempts, with the quarterback's 14 attempts included out of their 37. But if you take the quarterback's rushing out, they got nothing. And what happened? Zach Moss, not Jonathan Taylor, Zach Moss ran the ball 30 times for 122 yards. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel way better about a Jahmyr Gibbs than a goddamn Zach Moss. I feel way better about our offensive line blocking in the run than the Colts. Their defense has not played anybody to be getting this type of respect. They then go out and beat a Cleveland team, 28-3, right? And many people was like, well, Cleveland's a legitimate team. That's a good win. And I'm like, okay, fine. You want to take that as one? Fine. But they were going against Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Let's think about that for a moment. It ain't like they was going against Deshaun Watson. It was Dorian Thompson-Robinson, a rookie at that. So, okay. Still nothing to write home about, but okay. Then you come home and lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers. This the Ravens team that you need to help to go and watch the game, to go and buy these tickets. I'm telling you, go ahead and get your pocketbook out. Don't give up too much information right now, but go and get your money ready and get your popcorn ready. They go out and they lose this game after they couldn't figure out how to get things going. And they tried to run around, but guess what? None of that mattered because they were able to touch the quarterback. Because too often he's running, leaving the pocket. He threw an interception. He is prone to turnovers. And yes, I know they got a Zay Flowers. I got a Cam Sutton. I know they got an Odell Beckham Jr. I like that matchup with Jerry Jacobs. I love that they got Kyle Hamilton. He's going to have a lot of stress having to help play the run. And that's just the facts. I don't know what else you want me to give you to make you feel better. But even when they beat the Tennessee Titans, let's just look at the facts here. Tennessee ain't that team that you look at and you say, you know what? They're going to shut it down. Ryan Tannehill was 8 for 16 for 76 yards. Malik Willis was 4 for 5 for 74 yards. Who was the challenge there? Derrick Henry had 12 rushing attempts for 97 yards, and you couldn't find a quarterback to help save their life. You keep playing around these experiments. You Malik Willis people, y'all been real quiet too lately. Where y'all at? That's why you should go buy them tickets. That's why you should be confident that this is not that big of a deal. The evidence is in your face already. They ain't played nobody. And they certainly ain't played a team like the Lions. There it is. Go get your tickets. Enjoy the game. Nothing to see, hear, or miss. Not worried about them. Luke, I'm inclined to think this staff will stay together until mission accomplished. I'm not. Listen, listen. If I'm Aaron Glenn, the opportunity coming knocking, I'm gone. If I'm Ben Johnson, I'm gone. Because I can assure you that there's going to be more teams available with some talent that you can really work with. The thing is, I think too many times that these coordinators be leaving too soon, thinking that they're ready to be a head coach when they really are just good coordinators. But I think they're gone. I'm with you, Mark. I'm loving the team. J-Mo can't catch with his Dallas will give them Dallas will you're giving up all the secrets. Hey, I'm just saying. The only reason he caught it with his body was because Goff underthrew a little bit. No disrespect to Goff, though. No, I think that you can still catch that ball with your hands and stay up. He does this often, try to catch the ball with his body and go down. It's something that I've noticed that he do. You keep Lamar in the pot, let him run. I'm serious when I say this. Let him run. Because the last time he ran, we forced fumbles and interception. Let him run. He went down. Fuck that pocket. Yeah, is he the best accurate quarterback? Debatable. Some people say yes. I say no. Let him run. Just saying. But they just ain't played nobody. Here's another reason for you. The last time the Lions played them, we had less talent. I picked the Lions to win, and it took a 66-yard prayer bounce off the crossbar record kick to beat us. This is the game. If there was ever a game that you needed Aiden Hutchinson to be disrespectful, this is it. This is the game. This is the game. If there's ever a game, this is it. This is where your D-line has to win. This is where your success is going to come from. And I'm not making this up. Every game is a game of motivation from last season. The Ravens are just one of many. I agree. There's no conflict for me. But I'm just putting it out there. That's a team you should beat. You should be going into the bye week 7-1. And if you go into the bye week, say 6-2, who in the hell mad at that? But you should go in there 7-1. He said Dallas will commit to the run. You get them. Listen, they can do that. But Dak Prescott has been having some troubles. So, okay. You know, go on out there and win the game. It's just that simple. Let me make sure I ain't forgetting nothing. I got a few more minutes before I get up out of here. I'm gonna probably let my man Bandit back in for a second. I got a few cross questions I want to talk about. If you want to hop in here. If you got questions, put the questions out there. We can get it going. Because I want to make sure that the people get a chance to have a voice and be able to be heard and hear what's going on. This team is doing things that looks great to people because of execution. They're executing the appropriate way. And that's all you can ask for as a fan. You can ask for them to go out and do your damn job. Go out and do your job. That's it. I don't need you to reinvent the wheel. I need you to do your damn job. That's it. Let me bring Bandit in for a few more minutes and we out of here. Bandit.
What up, bro?
I'm getting a lot of questions before I'm ready to give full analysis on this game against the Ravens. But, yeah, I mean, let's be honest, man. I'm not concerned about the damn Ravens. What about you?
Not concerned at all. I mean, the receivers ain't all the way healthy. You feel me? They ain't played in nobody at all. Like, I'm not concerned. They ain't been battle tested like we are. You feel me? They ain't got that motivation, that pride, that will, that grit like we got. So I ain't really worried about Baltimore. And you know, Lions fan, we're gonna show up to Baltimore deep. So
listen,
another home away game.
Listen, we don't travel so well this season that I'm scared. I'm scared. I was talking to Lion Man a lot last year, just getting the lay of the land and getting some ideas, and you know him helping me. Like, I haven't been able to talk to the homie. He out here busy having fun.
Another home away for home.
That's what it looks like, man. 100%.
For sure.
That's what it looks like. And then here's the other part of it too. Okay. Because like I said, I couldn't really do the good, bad, and ugly with this game. I mean, I could have, but I was like, for what? You know what I mean? For what? This is one of them things where, look, you did what I thought you was going to do. You didn't allow for a team who don't really have offense to not have offense. That's what should happen. The Ravens, though, their offense is predicated around the quarterback and his ability to run. Let him run, because that throwing ain't gonna help him. Now, if he's one of them running quarterbacks that be throwing while he running, yeah, I'd be panicked up. Like, here we go, because there's gonna be a lot of off-schedule passes. But that's not what he is.
And then with him running like that, more cause of him to fumble or making bad decisions too, because
yeah,
he's scrambling outside that pocket. Hutchinson's gonna have his hand in his face, or at least hitting him too. And once you get hit a couple times, you ain't gonna want to be scrambling no more. Especially by this defense, man. Like when the receivers come across that move and get hit by Tracy.
Yeah.
All your momentum, all your energy, all like your soul just left your body. Come on now. Like Tracy out the hit too. Tracy is out the hit.
Well, I can tell you this much. There's a lot of people who have essentially said, don't count me out. Right? They have essentially said, you can count out everybody else, but don't count me out. And I'm happy that they are taking that stance with the next man up, understanding that, look, if you want your spot back, you're going to take it from me. One of my favorite scenes is in the 5 Heartbeats where he's like, you want my spot, Flash? You feel me? You remember when he told me, if you want my spot, Flash? Because you can't have it. You remember in the Temptations when he said they come and see the Temptations and he tell them, anybody come and see you, Otis? I want that type of attitude. They may come there to see the Baltimore Ravens, but the Lions need to make it be known that this was never a game about you. They come to see us.
That started with last year with Derek Barnes. When Rodrigo got hurt and Derek Barnes got that spot, he told Rodrigo, sit down. I'm not giving this spot back.
Yep.
And Derek Barnes been stepping up since then, too. So this ain't just started this year. It's a culture thing. You feel me? They got the right guys in there believing in the right man and willing to go to war.
You ain't gonna get it because you ain't got it. I'm just telling you.
Real.
There's these small moments in movies that get my attention, and I'm just telling you that this next man up, they're making it hard on the guy to come back.
Yes, sir.
They're making it hard on the guy to come. You got to understand, the Lions won a game with Amon-Ra St. Brown out, Jahmyr Gibbs was out, Brian Branch was out. You had a number of people out that game. They was like, yeah, 40. I still shut up and won.
And put up 40.
Think about it,
man.
That shows you that there's a different attitude. That look, we just got to show we better than you. Yes, now, sir. I will say this: there's one thing that I made fun of, but I couldn't help it. I thought that Dan Campbell had a Jamison Williams moment. You remember where Jamison Williams like, you this right here, you got to eat a W, and nobody got it. It was like, where are you going with this? When he pulled that $5 bill out, and I'm like, where are you going with this? He's like, it's a 5. That's right. That's 5. And I'm like, yeah, that one ain't gonna go over well. That's a little corny. We're gonna let you have it, Dan, but that ain't it.
I gotta go pull out four more ones and like,
I'm thinking
money for JMO. You feel me? Like that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm thinking he finna pull money out and be like, yeah, you earn that. Throw some money. It wasn't none of that. It was, here's a 5. Well, good thing you should have a $5 bill. You're a millionaire. Like, but it is what it is, man. I'm happy that the Lions came out, handled business. They didn't play no games. There was no lack in effort when it came to this game. And there was a very, 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 very high level of sense of urgency. Even when the play calling was conservative, they were still doing it with a high sense of urgency. And that, to me, is how you win. That, to me, is how you win.
Ben Johnson's play calling win, no trick plays. He was straight smashing you about football. So kudos to him too, for real.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you want to do.
Trick player. Well, no trick plays here. Let me just show y'all what I can do. You know what I mean? I ain't got to count on the trick plays. I do that just for fun. You feel me? Just to entertain the people.
And that's all you can do.
Are you not entertained? That was one of those Big Johnson. I was like, okay.
Yeah. And that's all you can ask for. That's all you can ask for. Give the people your final thoughts so I can get up out of here and go be dad and husband.
Y'all know what my final thoughts is, man. I don't want to hear no more AG talk. No more fired. Nothing. No. Give my man his props, man. He got this defense at work, putting in work.
Yeah. The only reason we got 5 wins is because of how the defense is performing. Like, let me get my man, before I get up out of here, I got to let my man come in here. He came in a little late, but I'm here for the homie because the homie's always looking nice and cool. But my man, Detroit Rage, got something to say for the people. Ben, let me bring my man Rage in. Rage, what up, though?
What up, though, everybody? Thank you for welcoming me in late, man. I got to come into the show a little late, man. I missed everything, man. So what's good?
No, I mean, we just talking about that win.
Man, look.
About how that win was. What's your thoughts on the game?
All I can say, week 6, absolutely bananas. It solidified us as a powerhouse team. And another thing, exposed the weaknesses of the ones that we sat back and was fearing. I'm talking about Cleveland coming in and clubbing, you know what I mean? The 49ers that were supposed to be sitting here with all these guaranteed wins, you know what I mean? The Eagles, they get outdone by
the Jets.
Yeah, by the Jets, and granted, it was the defense that pulled that out for them, but that's what they were highlighted for anyways, you know what I mean? So what I'm getting at is right now, we're just looking like the kings of the NFC. And, I don't know about y'all, but I'm talking my shit. I just put a $20 bet with a Raiders fan at my job. You know what I mean? That we legit,
bro. That's gonna hit the Raiders.
Yeah, and I put it like, listen, my boy Luke knows I don't talk crazy like this. I put it that we ain't gonna lose another game the rest of the season, unless we're
hold on.
Unless we're locked in,
we ain't gonna let that one slide.
Hold on.
Do you believe?
Yes, I said that. All right.
Wait, for the people in the back that didn't catch it.
Do you believe?
The only way we'll lose it is if we got that guaranteed spot, the number 1, and we just want to throw in nothing but like practice squad guys, in order to keep our guys healthy. That's the only way we'll lose another game.
Luke, I would just tell you, like, we play the Ravens and you play the Cowboys. After that, we got the Chargers.
Y'all really worried about the Ravens still? Y'all are really worried about these Ravens, man. Like, come on. You can't be worried about these Ravens, man. They got 2 losses, man.
I'm just saying, but them part of the people on our schedule, the Ravens, the Cowboys, and maybe the Chargers. After that, we got the Packers again. We got the Bears twice. We got the Vikings twice. Who do you see us losing to, Luke? I'm just saying, Luke.
We're going to sweep the division, bro. We're going to sweep the division.
Oh, of course.
We're going to sweep the division, and we've been dominating all the games against the top teams and then everybody's saying, oh, you guys got a weak schedule. But we're sitting here, we're smacking the Chiefs. You know what I mean? We smacked the Falcons. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like week 13, we gonna finish off the NFC South. You feel me? Everybody in NFC South gonna catch L's by week 13 from us. You feel me? So, like, man, we can rest assured we're gonna get this win in Baltimore. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna do what we do, man. This defense is playing too strong. It is, man. They're just, it's the next man up. Next man up attitude. I love it. We never had this depth before. I've never seen this. People everywhere. We're catching national light. Everybody's talking about us. And whoever ain't talking about us in a good way, man, they're just haters, bro. They're Packers fans or something, bro. Like that ass. Like, God, we need to enjoy this, man, because we never had this before. This just never happened to Lions fans that are still, you know, still with some like pulse that are not collecting Social Security, you know.
Listen, let's just keep it 100, man. It is what it is, and I'm excited that the fan base is excited. I'm excited the fan base is showing up and showing out. I'm excited that
Oh man, have you seen?
we here for it, man. So,
Have you seen them stadiums? It's
man,
bananas.
it's been a total takeover. It's been a total takeover. Look, I hear my son down there acting.
Every game was a home game. It's crazy.
But 100% is what you expect to see from a fan base that's proud of what they're doing, and that's how it should be. Rage, I'm finna get up out of here. I'm gonna give you a chance to get your final thoughts in, and then you know what I'm saying, and tell the people your final thoughts so I can, you know, bring it on home.
All right, you guys, look. All I can say is get ready for week 7. We're gonna go into the bye week with another win, and I'm gonna tell you just like this. We're getting that W we've been needing, flat out. We're gonna win the NFC North. We're gonna win the NFC, period, and we're gonna probably go into the Super Bowl. I don't see it any other way. You can call me delusional, you can call me Kool-Aid drinker, but I've never seen this before, bro. And I only see this when teams win Super Bowl. So that just goes to show, man. And I've been right on a lot, Luke. Scary right. Mark me on it, dog. Love you guys. I'm out.
Hey, got you, man. Love you too. Talk to you later, brother. Yeah, I mean, look, I gotta talk my talk. I gotta bring the show on home, man. He said we ain't losing another game. I ain't mad at him. I mean, when you look at some of these, it was some games that I thought might have been a little bit of a doozy. I still think that Denver game is a trap game. Call me crazy. I know they're not playing well. I still think it's a trap game. I gotta see how things go down the stretch. Yeah, you know why? Because it be them games where you think you're gonna walk in and come in, and it be something strange happening. It could be temperatures. I mean, because think about it. I had no doubt that we was beating the Panthers, and then we know what happened. Last year. All right, people. You know me. I can't end the show unless I do it on a good note, a positive note. Today's quote comes from the internet because I never know who to say these things. I just like them. It says, "If you don't sacrifice for what you want will become the sacrifice." Boy, don't I know it? If you don't sacrifice for what you want will become the sacrifice. And some of us know that we want something that is profound, but too afraid to go after it. Some of us know that we deserve something, but don't know if we should challenge it or go after it. Some of us know that we're not in a space that we should be in and be getting treated a certain type of way. We're at jobs where we're underappreciated. We got friends who only want to call us when they need something. Some of us got people out here who just cannot understand that I need to make some sacrifices to get what I want. I need to make some sacrifices to get what I want. I need to do something different that's out of the box if I'm going to get what I want. If I can't hang out with you today, it's not because I don't want to chill with you. It's because I'm trying to sacrifice a little bit of my friendship with you to build up something so I can really enjoy you in a different light. If there's some people in here who don't understand that the sacrifice is what it takes. There's a lot of people that want to lose weight, but nobody wants to sacrifice the pain of lifting weights. Isn't it funny how it takes time for you to do one thing, but you don't want to put the time in to do the other? It took time in you to be slick and suave with the women, but all of a sudden now you don't want to be slick and suave with yourself. It took a long time for you to get that degree. It took you a long time to get on planet Earth. And every single time that you think that you had an opportunity that came your way, you didn't want to put the time into it because you didn't want to make the sacrifice. There's somebody in here right now complaining they're not making enough money, but they ain't sacrificed enough opportunities to set themselves up to get the more money. Now, I'm not trying to say that what you're doing is a whole lot of nothing. And I'm not trying to say that all the complaints and all the stuff you're talking about is just that. I'm simply asking you, when are you going to be willing to sacrifice something of yourself to get what you deserve? to get what you want, to get what you desire, to get what you earn. See, sacrifice simply comes in the form of you saying enough is enough. And the moment you do that, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you sacrifice to get what you want, you don't got to worry about what you want becoming the sacrifice. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. And if you don't do nothing else, I do mean this by the bottom of my heart. If you don't do nothing else, don't be no chump. Please do your research. We are out.